Hi, I'm Zack with Miami Today, and I'm here at the Miami office of Boyes, Flexner & Schiller for an interview with their administrative partner, Steve Zack. During our talk, Mr. Zack discussed his role at the firm and also what he'll be doing as president of the American Bar Association next year. Further, he discussed his most memorable moments from when he tried Bush v. Gore during the 2000 election.
Bush versus Gore was not like any other lawsuit ever tried. And when I went, I was asked by the Vice President to represent him. I agreed to the canvassing committee that the vote should be taken down here at Dade County. And the canvassing committee agreed. The case was then tried in Tallahassee. David Boyes representing the president, and I was representing the vice president, excuse me. And David asked me to come up and be part of that trial team as the vice president. So, of course, everybody's watching the events as they unfold. People sometimes ask me, how come some of you watched it? Well, the happenstance is it was during the weekend of the finals of the playoffs for the football season. So people would be on one channel and turning to the other channel seeing the two, what was going on. Well, the whole case, of course, boiled down to whether there should be a recount because of the voting machine. Well, my job was to cross-examine and to take the witnesses who were the voting machine witnesses. And so I took them on, I presented witnesses for the vice president, and I cross-examined the Republican witnesses. Well, their main witness was a fellow that had built the machine. Eminent is his name. And he was probably one of the most interesting witnesses I ever had. He looked a lot like Charlton Heston. He was a very credible witness. And the way the case went, because normal cases take weeks, months, years, everything in Bush versus Gore happened in a microsecond. So about 2 days before the beginning of the trial, we had been in a couple of hearings, judge gave both sides an opportunity to take depositions of the other's experts. 1 hour. These depositions take days usually. And you usually get a transcript. This one you got the DVD from the 1 hour. Well, during my deposition of Mr. Almond, I asked him a number of questions, but frankly, one of the last questions I asked him, I said, did you ever patent anything else? Because he had patented the machine, the Votomatic. And he said, yeah, I patented a stylus. That was going to be a better stylus so that you wouldn't have the hanging chads, remember that? So that they'd be pushed through better and so forth. That was it. I get home, I listen to it a couple times. I ask myself the question, why have we ever run a patent search on it? So I call one of my partners here, Jennifer Altman, and I say, Jennifer, would you run a patent search on how? Don't hear anything. Now it's Sunday. That's very important because usually you can't do much on Sundays or Saturday. The government offices are closed. I'm getting ready to stand up to take his, to cross-examine him. I was told the next day by one of the TV networks, there were 50 million people watching this, which I'm glad I didn't know. But it was one of those moments in time, and I'm standing up, and frankly I have to tell you, I don't have much, okay? And as I stand up, someone lays a vanilla envelope that looks just like this next to me. Just like this. And this one right here has nothing on it. I'm standing up to cross-examine. I open it like this. And there it says, new patent for new Votomatic. Look at the end, it's his signature on it. I mean, all this is going on, only in trial, with all the adrenaline going on, can you really sense all this. But you're doing it. First 4 pages, total gobbledygook to me. It's all science, it's mechanics, it's math. Doesn't mean a thing. I get to, I think it's page 6, page 7, it says, The present machine is defective, and you must have a manual recount on a closed vote. Period. Stand up, and I say to him, good morning. We talk a little bit. I said, you've submitted patents before. Yes. You swear to the truthfulness of everything in there. Of course I do. You're very proud of your work that you do. Of course I am. Let me read this to you. Is this what you said? Total silence. Yes. No more questions.
Mhm.
And that's what the New York Times and everyone called the moment of the trial, paradise moment. And we really, from the law, that shouldn't have been enough. So, obviously I was disappointed with the Supreme Court decision, but that is the way our country works. I accept it. And one of the great things about our country, and the one thing that I don't think Al Gore has gotten enough credit for, and people have gotten to know him a lot better after the election than before, he's truly a wonderful man, is he told us that the one thing we could never do was criticize the court system, because it was more important than the election. So the reason I mentioned Sunday is that when I spoke to the Vice President, he said, when I put government, remember he did the Reinventing Government when he was Vice President? Yeah, that was one of his programs.
Mm-hmm.
He put a number of the departments online, and one of the departments he put online was the patent department.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we got the patent department is because it was online on Sunday, and we were able to get it.
Gotcha.
So that was really a moment that I'll remember all my life.